So far in the Act 1, Scene 1, we have seen that how Gonzalo curses Bosun about his rude behavior towards the royal family. So, now let's proceed. Enter Bosun. Bosun, down with the topmast. Here, lower. Bring her to try with the main course. Bosun, guide the mariners, his sailors, his workers. He says, bring down that topsail. Just earlier, when he says, take in the topsail, he says that try to sail with the topsail. Now he's saying that bring down that topsail. Means अब हमें उससे further continue करना है. Fast, lower. He says, jaldi, fast, move it down. Let the ship sail close to the wind. Let the ship sail with the wind. A cry within. Now, while he was guiding the sailors, his mariners, he heard a large noise, a good amount of sound. A plague upon this howling. They are louder than the weather or us in the office. He says that the way they are shouting is much more louder in voice than the thunderstorm or than our voice where we are working. Enter Sebastian, Antonio, and Gonzalo. Yet again, what do you hear? Shall we give over and drown? Have you mind to sing? Now, when Sebastian, Antonio, and Gonzalo enters, he says to them, yet again, you are again over here. Shall we give over and drown? He says, what are you doing over here? Shall we leave all this work and drown down? Means हम सब कुछ छोड़ दे और हम डूब जाए इस पानी में. Sebastian, a pox your throat, you bawling, blasphemous, incharitable dog. Now Sebastian, seeing his rude behavior, seeing Bosun's rude behavior, curses him. He says, you just go to hell, be quiet. He uses some bad words even for him. So, Bosun, work you then. Bosun also gets angry. He says, so you work, na? Antonio, hang, you horse-sown insolent noisemaker. We are less afraid to drown than thou art. Now, Antonio also becomes impatient. He also becomes angry. He says, you will be hanged. You will die. You have a less life. He says, go ahead to die, you nasty, rude bastard. You are more scared of drowning. He says, you are more afraid of drowning than we are. Antonio says that we are not afraid of being drowned, but you are more afraid of being drowned. Gonzalo, I will warrant him for drowning, though the ship were no stronger than a nutshell, and as leaky as an unstanched wench. Now Gonzalo says that, means after listening to Antonio, Gonzalo says that I warrant him. I say that I give guarantee that he will not drown. He is not going to be drowned in the storm, as he has said that he will be hanged. So he supports his words that he will not be drowned by swimming. Though the ship were no stronger than a nutshell. He says that though the ship is not strong enough to move further with the storm. He says though this ship is not strong enough to move further in the storm, but still he warrants that he is not going to drown. Bosun, lay her a hold, set her to course off to sea again, lay her off. Bosun doesn't pay attention to the words of Antonio, Sebastian, or Gonzalo. He still moves towards his work. He guides the mariners to turn the ship in the direction of wind and to sail further in the sea. Enter mariners wet. Now the mariners enter the scenes. They are all wet because of the storm. Mariners all lost. Two prayers, all lost. Mariner says that all is lost. Means everything in the ship or about the ship is lost. two prayers. They say, now go to prayer to God that He should save him, He should save us. All is lost because everything is lost. Exit mariners. After saying this, the mariners exit. Bosun, what must our mouth be cold? After hearing the words of the mariners, Bosun says, what? Must we all die? We should not do anything. We should just go and die in the storm. Gonzalo, the king and prince at prayers. Let's assist them, for our case is as theirs. Gonzalo says that king, that is Alonso, and prince are at prayer. Ferdinand means Alonso was the king and his son Ferdinand, the prince, they were at the prayer. They were praying to Lord. So Gonzalo says, let's go and join them because we are also in the same ship. We are also among the same storm, and our condition is also as the condition of the king and the prince. Sebastian, I am out of patience. Sebastian now totally loses his patience, and he says that he admits that I am totally out of my patience. Antonio, we are merely cheated of our lives by drunkards. Antonio too was frustrated. He says that we are just cheated by these drunkards. He uses drunkard word for bosun. We say that we are just cheated by these drunkards for our lives. This white-jawed rascal, would thou mightst lie drowning the washing of tides 10 times. He curses Bosun and he says that he should lie in the sea and the tides would flow over him 10 times over. Means he should drown 10 times. वो 10 बार डूबे उस पानी में. Gonzalo, he will be hanged yet. Thou every drop of water swear against it, and gave at the widest to gullet him. Gonzalo still sticks to his words. He says that he will be hanged. He says that he will want to be drowning down. He will be hanged. Though every drop of water swear to against him, though each and every drop of sea, of rain is threatening his life, still he will be hanged. A confused noise within. Now there comes a confused noise means एक बहुत शोर आता है बहुत जोर का. And now what was in those voices? What was in that noise? Within. Mercy on us, we split. Farewell my wife and children. Farewell brother, we split. Now the voices were saying that someone was saying that mercy on us. Someone was praying to God and he says, God have mercy on us. And some were saying that the ship is splitting, the ship is breaking up. And someone was saying goodbye to their children, so goodbye to their wife or the brother. And there was all confusion. Antonio, let's all sink with the king. Antonio says that let's go to the king and sink with him. He says, हम king के पास जाते हैं and we will be sinking with him. Sebastian, let's take leave of him. Sebastian says that let's go and take the leave of him. Execute Antonio and Sebastian. And now Antonio and Sebastian leaves the place. Gonzalo, now would I give 1,000 furlong of sea for an acre of barren land, long heath, brown fields, anything. The wills above be done, but I would fain die a dry death. Now Gonzalo was all alone. He says to himself that right now, means he was so afraid that he says that if he has some 1,000 furlongs of sea, then instead of that he will give all that sea and he would choose and just a small piece of just an acre of dry ground, which is barren, means where nothing can be grown, which would be wildly grown with the weeds. So he says that I would prefer to die on a dry death instead of being drowned. So here we complete the Act 1 Scene 1. Soon I will see you with the Act 1 Scene 2 and the PYQs, that is previous year's question answers of this scene. Thank you.